This episode of I've Had It is brought to you by the new L'Oreal Paris Bright Reveal Dark Spot Serum and Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Daily Lotion. Dark spots, game over.
So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nailed it.
You know, listener, when you can nail a clap at the advanced age that Pumps is,
Not to mention the Sagging Dragon's in the way.
I mean, you just don't even know. It's hashtag blessed, hashtag winning, hashtag podcast family, hashtag AARP clapping.
AARP clapping, as sadly as that is, that's true.
Pumps, what have you had it with?
Oh my gosh, what I have had it with is women that take so long in the bathroom. It is ridiculous. It's unnecessary. I was at a football game last weekend and I was standing in line and it was a one-holer. And this woman, there was a little line, the girl in front of the girl that I was behind went in. She was in there maybe a minute and a half, came right out. No problem. This girl goes in and it's like 7 minutes. This is after I start notching on my watch how long she's been in there. My friends are across the restaurant. They're like, what is going on in the bathroom? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, we're like yelling this across the restroom. And they're all like, oh gosh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. So one of her friends came over and knocked on the door because I think she heard my friends and I being like, what's going down in the bathroom? This is way too long in a public one-holer. And she comes out and I knew it was going to stink, but it didn't. I think she was maybe intoxicated because she was having a little struggling a little walking. But the point is, even drunk, you can pee within a minute.
Let's talk about the options of what she could have been doing in the restroom.
Masturbating, that was my first thought.
Masturbating would be number one.
Pooping.
Cocaine.
Yeah, she didn't look like cocaine, but that's definitely one.
She could have been doing some cocaine.
Yeah.
She could have an OnlyFans account and she could have had a customer and wherein she had to do a performance.
Oh my gosh, that's a great one I didn't think of.
Yeah. Obviously, she could have been taking a shit.
Right. But there was no smell. Praise the Lord. I was bracing for it because I thought you can't be in the bathroom.
And
9
then
minutes.
I think sadly, and probably the most plausible answer is she's jacking around with her phone with a breathtaking lack of self-awareness or selflessness because you need to speed it up, especially when there's a line in public restrooms. And women, I love you. I'm all for women empowerment, but one way we can empower each other is to be more efficient in the restrooms because the men, they get in and out quickly.
In and out, in and out. But I mean, it floors me when it takes a female more than a couple minutes to pee. I mean, we're not doing a get ready with me in there.
She have on a cat suit?
No, I looked to see if she had to like put herself back in a jumpsuit or something. She didn't. This was just slow as fuck. I've had it with that.
Was she apologetic?
No.
Was there an awareness when she came out? Like, sorry?
Zero awareness. Now, her friends were aware because they were skirting her out. But I think maybe she was kind of glazed over. Like, I don't think she was in her top form when she came out. So maybe the cocaine is right.
I mean, I think that probably would have perked her up. But, I mean, I think it's possible she was masturbating for her OnlyFans account. And that's what I think we should go with.
I think so too. Made a quick $300 while she was in the bathroom at a one-holer in a public place. Mm-hmm. It's kind of high risk. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what, I mean, people might like that.
Maybe her clientele is into that, like public restroom masturbation.
Right.
And here it goes again, where we devolve into junior high school maturity level humor.
Not the first time, nor the last.
Okay. I have a grievance.
Okay.
Had it.
Okay.
And it involves a situation where you and I were on tour and you're starving.
Right.
And you say, I want to go eat. And I said, I'll go with you. Let's go. I'm hungry as well. Let's go have a nice lunch. So we go down to the restaurant and you say, let's just hit the bar. I don't want to yak, in the main restaurant because I want to get in and out of here as quickly as possible. I go, yeah, but a bartender can yak too much. And you said, you know what? You're right. Let's just go sit in the main restaurant. So we go sit in the main restaurant. You've already drawn a boundary. This is efficiency. This is a lunch where we go in, we eat, we fill our bellies, we get the fuck out. There's not going to be yak-mouthing. There's not going to be grandstanding. There's not going to be any extra fluffery whatsoever. Much to my surprise, the waiter comes over. He recognized us from the show / podcast and was as sweet as he could be. And what came out of your mouth next, I'm still wrestling with. I'm
So
still
bad.
trying to figure out what the fuck you were thinking. Because let me tell you what she did, listener. She looked at the waiter who had told us about his boyfriend / husband partner. And she looks at him dead in the eye and says, "What is your relationship with your in-laws like?"
It was so bad. I cannot defend it. Even as it was coming out of my mouth, I knew that I fucked up, but it was too late. My lips moved faster than my brain, which is a problem for me.
It was unbelievable
It was
because
so
he had
bad.
the order in his pocket. So that prevented the order from being placed. When
was
we march
bad.
down the elevator, it's these declarative statements of efficiency, no yak-mouthing. We're going to get in, we're going to get out. And you ask him what his relationship with his in-laws is like, which of course, listener, is a very complicated question for anyone.
Correct.
And of course, he starts at the genesis of his relationship with his husband. We start there and then we get to current date. Thanks and courtesy of Pumps.
No, it was bad. It was bad, bad, bad. I have no excuse for it.
Mhm.
I knew it was bad the minute it was coming out of my mouth. I cannot defend it.
Mhm.
I just have to take the big fat L on the forehead because that was a total loss. And you have every right to have had it with me because it was bad.
Thank you for that. And, I have had a lot of fun since you did it, bringing it up.
Yes, you love to bring it
I've
up.
brought it up, listener, probably about 10, 12 times. And I realized this morning, I don't think I've shared this with the listener.
This epic fail.
I don't think I've shared this slip, this lapse in judgment with the listener. So I had to share it with you all. But before we get to Kylie, there's something that I want to give a shout out to. And Pumps will agree with me on this. I want to give a shout out to the architects of the new LaGuardia
Oh, absolutely.
Airport. Pumps and I were just there. We went into the bathroom stalls to pee. And I've got to tell you what, listener, LaGuardia wins with the brand new bathroom stalls. And here's what they've done. The stalls are approximately 24 inches deeper than a regular stall, so that when you walk in, your suitcase has a place to sit, so
Right.
that when you're on the toilet, you have room. There are 2 hooks right to the right where you can hang your purse and whatnot, your travel on
Carry
bag.
on. Yeah.
Above each door, there is a light that is illuminated red when locked and green when available. So you're not pushing on doors and having these awkward moments. And I've got to tell you, I don't think I have ever enjoyed an airport pee as much as I did my piss at the LaGuardia Airport, because how spacious and efficiently designed they are.
They thought of everything, because then when you go out to wash your hands, there's a perfectly spaced table that you can put your carry-on and your purse on while you wash your hands. I mean, it was a 10 out of 10.
They need to teach a master
Yes,
class
they
on
do.
this layout. And what pisses me off about it is it's taken this long for
Right.
this to be implemented. You go in there and you pee and you're like, why haven't we been doing this all this time? I have a goddamn phone that has a woman named Siri in it that talks to me all the time.
Right.
And we just now figured out to add 24 additional inches to airport bathrooms because we are traveling with a bunch of shit.
I mean,
Imagine if you had a baby, then you just wheel your stroller right in there.
Yeah, no, it's the classic, most efficient bathroom, public bathroom, not just airport, public bathroom ever.
And let me just say, we don't encourage traveling with infants. But if you were,
If you
you have
were,
room. You have room.
sometimes you have no choice.
Sometimes you have no choice. Pumps and I have done it.
Many times.
Yes. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Shout out to the design team at the LaGuardia Airport in the great state of New York for designing such fantastic restrooms.
They thought of everything.
Welcome to I've Had It. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Angie.
Judge Judy, Diana, Dolly Parton. Kylie, what's going on?
Not much. I'm happy to have you guys back.
Thank you. We missed our mom.
I bet you didn't miss us at all.
I missed you so much. I actually want to talk about something. At about 9 p.m. one night while Jen and Pumps were in New York, I get a DM out of nowhere from @PumpsPumpsPumps that just said, "We miss you. Do you miss us?"
Well, I saw on the deal that it said you were online, and I was like, oh, I miss her. I wonder if she misses us.
You're sliding into DMs at 9 p.m.?
At Kylie's.
I got an I miss you DM at 9
I
p.m.
Pumps is sliding into DMs, sliding into lesbian DMs.
Well,
You know what? That brings up a review I wasn't going to read.
Okay.
but it was just perfect now.
I would be remiss not to. It's titled, Kylie Turned Me Gay.
Okay.
3 stars.
Okay.
As a 100% hetero female, I'm having a difficult time understanding how an on-the-fence lesbian such as Pumps, who regularly works in the physical presence of Kylie, can't jump over the fence so fast she rips her pants while doing so. I was 5 feet from Kylie at a recent live show, and I'm questioning everything. I've never had a sexual identity crisis until now. Thank you, Kylie. And Pumps, for God's sake, take the plunge already. Love you guys, and I only did 3 stars to capture my new fantasy girlfriend's attention.
What's this person's name?
Kimmy Bean.
All right, Kimmy Bean, great review, but I've noticed a little trend on the Apple reviews. People are gaming the system so that Kylie will read them, and they're holding our stars hostage.
It's kind of smart.
It's smart.
It hurts
But it's
us.
hurting us. You're hurting our rating. They're hurting us. They're doing like a 1 star, and I'll change it to 5 when you read it. This gal that's thinking about doing a change from heterosexual to lesbianism, she gave us 3, holding the other 2 stars hostage. Listener, that hurts Judge Judy.
If you guys want to leave a hate comment, leave 5 stars, and I'll still read it.
That's right.
Right. Kylie reads them all.
That's right. You know what? If you leave us we're doing a permanent ban for the permanent record right now. If you leave us a nice review with blackmail in it for 1 star, we are no longer going to read them.
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
We do not negotiate with Apple review terrorists. New permanent record, right, Pumps?
That's right.
Yep. Anything else, Kylie, out on the World Wide Web?
I've got one more.
Okay.
5 stars. Love it. Literally every episode has me cackling. I decided to take your advice and use the objections, which we talked about on the JVN episode, when arguing with my girlfriend. I said, objection, asked and answered. This caused some issues. So if Pumps decides to try out her lesbian side, I'm available.
Yeah, I bet that went over like a turd in a punch ball. I mean,
Objection, asked and answered.
don't you know she just wanted to bitch slap her all the way into next week? That would be infuriating.
I think all of this, it sounds like there's a lot of lesbian activity in the Apple reviews.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Heavy on the lesbians.
There's emotional blackmail going on. Our listeners emotionally blackmailing us and holding our stars hostage, which we're on to you, listeners. We're going to be looking for the corrections, right, Kylie?
Correct.
So Kimmy Bean, we're going to be eyes on you now. Get that 3 star or 2 star.
Yeah, you got to do it. Okay. All right, listeners. Today is a great day. We have a fantastic guest. She is an actor. She is a drag queen. She is the winner of season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's welcome to I've Had It, Symone. Kylie, when you think of dynamic duos, who do you think of?
I think of Jen and Pumps.
There's no question, but let me tell you about my new favorite dynamic duo, and it is L'Oreal's Dark Spot Serum and the Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Daily Lotion. I recently returned from Mexico, and I use these products. When you wear this sunscreen, it's like you don't have anything on your face. This duo visibly fades all types of dark spots. In a week, it'll start fading even the most stubborn of dark spots. And after 2 weeks, your skin will look clearer and skin texture looks refined and smooth. visibly reduce the appearance of dark spots, and resist sun-induced signs of aging. This product is lightweight and non-greasy sunscreen that has an invisible texture, and it blends seamlessly with all skin tones. Primes well with makeup. It's made and tested for all skin tones and suitable for even sensitive skin. Listener, discover the new Bright Reveal Dark Spot Duo. Visit Target online and in store and buy yours today. Kylie, I have the best idea for stocking stuffers.
What is it?
The Lumi starter kits.
Oh, I've heard all about these from you and Pumps.
You know, Pumps loves the wipes. I love the all over body deodorant. I actually use it on my feet before I play pickleball. This product was created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. This product is clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. It's baking soda free and paraben free. pH balanced for safe use below the belt as well. Listener, as a special offer for you, new customers get $5 off Lumi's starter pack with our exclusive code and link. And for a limited time, returning customers can get $5 off their next purchase of $30 or more too. Use code HADIT at lumideodorant.com. LUMEDEODORANT.com. Thank you so much, Lumi, for making this holiday season smell a whole lot better. Kylie, I have the best go-to place for all of your holiday shopping needs.
What is it?
Quince. Quince is my go-to place for luxury essentials at affordable prices for everyone on my list, including myself. I've been able to buy tons of great outfits to wear on our tour, and I know you're constantly looking for new pieces. And Quince offers a range of high-quality items with prices within reach, like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50, washable silk tops and dresses, cotton sweaters, and the comfiest pants. And the best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. I'm telling you, Kylie, this is where you need to go to shop. Get affordable luxury for everyone on your list with Quince. Go to quince.com/hadit for free shipping on your order and a 365-day return. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/hadit to get free shipping and a 365-day returns. Quince.com/hadit. Symone, what on earth is going on?
Everything and nothing, darling.
That's how it always feels.
That's exactly how it feels. I usually say ain't nothing going on but the rent, child, but you know. That's just it. You know, but I said today I feel a little bit better, so everything and nothing. That's what it is.
Everything.
That's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
That is so the truth. I hear you're from rural Arkansas.
I'm from Conway, Arkansas, which is especially going back now. I went back a couple weeks ago and I was like, oh my God, it's grown so much. But I wouldn't say necessarily rural, but it's not like a city. It's nowhere near LA. But yeah, I'm from middle Arkansas.
Well, we live in Oklahoma City, so we're your
Oh my God.
neighbors of your home
You
state.
are.
So
You are.
we understand probably a lot of the fuckery that surrounded your formative years on a very
Jeez.
personal level, because we
Yes.
also live in the buckle of the Bible Belt, which if you're an open-minded, big thinker, can be quite a mindfuck, can it not?
It can be. And you know, I think tell me if it's true, but going back, it's very difficult. Like you guys live there, but like, you know, when you go somewhere and then you come back to it, it's like, it really is a mind fuck. Cause it's like, I cannot believe I was here for so long, you know, cause I didn't leave Arkansas until I was like 25 years old.
Oh, really?
So, you know, when you're in it, you know,
Right.
there's something happening, but to come back to it after so long, especially going somewhere like LA where it's completely different, like
Right.
couldn't be further different. It's crazy. And there's like an air to it that you don't even understand until you go back.
Yes.
You know, like it's just so weird.
No,
So yes, you understand my sisters, you get me.
Oh, no, we get it. We totally understand it. I mean, we live in Oklahoma City, so it's, more urban, but that
Yeah,
air that you're talking about, there's just this air of fuckery. You know that people are
absolutely.
cooking up no good. You can
No
feel it.
good.
You can feel it in the molecules in the air that there's some fuckery getting cooked up, and you just sense
Absolutely.
it. Your spidey senses sense it.
Tingle.
Oh,
And you know
yeah.
what? And you know what? They cooking over there with no salt. Okay. I know there's not a salt pebble nowhere. I know it. They ain't put salt nowhere on it. I know it.
Well, Simone, we like to traffic in petty grievances, and I have a feeling that you
Let's
might
go.
be the perfect person for such
I
trafficking.
I love a petty grievance.
Okay.
I love a petty grievance. It's one of my favorite things. So
Well,
let's do it.
let's do it. Okay, right out of the gates, Simone, tell us what you've had it with.
You know what I've had it with? There's so many things I've had it with, but what really gets me, I've been to the airport and it triggered something in me because I saw someone in flip-flops at the airport. And we country. So, people always think, oh, we ain't got no shoes. Do y'all wear shoes down there? I used to get that a lot when I would go to Denver, Colorado. And they'd ask, do you wear shoes? And that would always trigger me because it's like, of course I have shoes on, darling. I got the same shoes you got. What you mean? We have the same stores you got sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And so I get really upset when I go and see people at the airport with the flip-flops on because I know you ain't got TSA pre-check, so you have to take your shoes off. I can look at you and tell you ain't got TSA pre-check, and you have to take your shoes off. So are you putting your flip-flopped feet on the ground when you walk through the sensors? Because a million people go through this airport, sis. So where...
That is literally a walking petri dish.
A walking petri dish on the bottom of your foot. And I know you're not keeping your flip-flops on the flight. I know you're not.
No.
That's the
So
thing.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So I just need to talk about it and get it out because it truly was, I had to take my sunglasses off and make sure that was what's going on.
Simone.
It was traumatizing
It's
to me.
traumatizing.
It truly was.
Let's just play this thing out, okay?
All right.
You're the nut. Let's pretend that you're the psycho who decided one day to wake up and just commit murder at an airport, okay? You put on your flip-flops. You put on your flip-flops. You don't really care that much about feet hygiene. You're parading through TSA. You're parading around. You get on the flight, and as you mentioned, that motherfucker's going to take that flip-flop off.
They are.
They're probably going to end up crossing their leg like this,
Yep.
and then maybe touching the bottom of their foot. And then they're going to touch the window and put it up and down. And then they're going to touch the tray. And then they're going to touch the armrest. This is full-blown savagery. I mean,
It's
it
savage.
is horrible. And I'm
didn't
not a
even
germaphobe, but this is a bridge too far.
Too far.
I agree.
It is. And I just don't get why you would think for my airport travel shoe, I'm going to wear something that exposes my feet when I'm going into a place that is filled with human beings and God only knows what those human beings are doing. And then to turn back around on the person, because that just tells me everything I need to know about you, that you choose to wear this footwear at such a public place. But it just tells me everything about you. And why would you want to do something that is just going to completely destroy at least half of your character to the people that are going to see you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm like? It's just, it boggles the mind. It truly does.
Jennifer, tell me about what
God.
happened to you on an international flight.
Okay, I'm on an international flight once, and I'm in my little pod,
Uh-huh.
and I'm trying to sleep, and I hear this click, 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 and it wakes me up, and it's just this ticking and this little clicking. So I
Are
get
they-
up, I stretch, I kind of meander towards the restroom to investigate the source of the sound. And Simone, I discovered a passenger barefooted with their foot all yoga posed up in their lap, giving themselves a little pedicure, clipping
No.
their toenails right on the fucking
No.
plane during sleep time, during our nap
No.
time,
So the
during
light-
nap
so are the-
time.
So the lights are off.
Yes.
But they had
And
their
they're-
little
They
They
had
had
their
their
little
little
spotlight
spotlight
on.
on.
They had their little spotlight on, and just complete reckless disregard for
Disregard.
everybody on that plane and
Oh.
humanity as a whole, clipping their toenails on the fucking plane like it was normal. She kind of glanced up at me like in a pleasant like exchange, and I just
Right.
thought I was horrified, Symone.
Well, of course you are, because they have no regard,
None.
first of all, for you. Obviously, you were sleeping. You woke up.
Right.
And then you're going to spread your toe jam juice particles around this plane.
That's right.
And what did you do? What did she do with the toenails? What did she do with the toenails?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, because I didn't see a collection area for this. So I guarantee you, somewhere on some big 747, there is toenail debris from this massacre of a pedicure that took place on an international flight to London. And I have fucking
my God.
had it.
How fucking gross.
That's disgusting. Like that's truly barbaric.
Yeah.
It really
Savagery.
is. It really
Yeah.
is.
I don't even think the barbarians would have done that.
No, I
had
don't
they been
either.
in our time.
Let's
Wow.
expand on this idea of no shoes, and let's just
Yeah.
talk about how frequent it is that you could be at a Target or a grocery store or a gas station, and
Uh-huh.
you see a mom, and then you see a toddler, I would say from around 2 to 7, just
Uh-huh.
strolling around barefoot.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say not as much here. I will give the Los Angelinos that. I will give them that. But back home, it was a frequent occurrence.
Yeah.
Usually, because okay, so Conway is like the hub, and it's surrounded by like smaller cities. So like Valonia, Mayflower, Greenbrier, all these other places. So I'm not going to listen, live how you live, but they're a little more country, they're a little more country. So they would come into the Walmart, because we got 2, and they would just let their children just roam free, I guess, because it's easier than rallying them and trying to get your Oreos and your Frosty Flakes. So go off. And they would let them roam around with no shoes on. And that triggers me, because I don't know why you would want them exposed to such germs and pesticides that is an Arkansas state, they're trekking it around, they're putting it, and then let's talk about the fact that they're putting it next to your food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to pick them up and put them in the cart once they start getting annoying and roaming around. And so their feet are next to your bread, your lettuce, your tomatoes, your lettuce, your salad is amalgamation of fruits, vegetables, and toe jam. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it really does. It's really jaw-dropping when I see a child running through like a Target or a grocery store.
A Target!
Barefoot. I just think to myself, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to be a mom. I know that the kids have their own mind and their own will, but that is that is non-negotiable.
Negotiable. At least put a sock on.
And at least at a bare minimum, these stores could have shoe monitors walking around.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure people have shoes on their kids.
Absolutely. You get a 2-strike moment. That's right. The first one is like, we understand it's hard out here for a pimp. Gotcha. Right. Do it, But then the second time, you gotta go. You gotta leave your car and you gotta go. You gotta go to the next Target, because it's just too much. And then if it's a third time, they have to put you in a system. Okay,
right.
It's like your face should be up and be like, this is the mom who lets her kid. You have to do a public shaming. Maybe that's what we have to resort to as a society. I don't know.
I think you could get a community of Karens on this.
Yeah.
I think they could spearhead it. I think we need to start redirecting Karens for good. And so we could have Karens at the entry of Walmarts and Targets nationwide. I mean, fuck the Moms for Liberty and all those fucking psychos.
No.
If y'all want to be psycho, let's channel their psycho towards hygiene. And so they could be at the doors with their cell phones, and a mom walks in flip-flops and the kid walks in barefoot, immediately take a picture, post it up to Facebook, maybe chew their ass out a little bit, get your Karen out as they're walking in, and
get all that frustration.
We could redirect Karenism to foot hygiene.
I think you're onto something.
I do too.
It's worth a try.
I think you are truly onto something, because this is how we can redeem it. And from a PR perspective, this is gold.
That's
This
right.
is golden moment.
The Karens need a little rehab. They need
They do.
yeah, they need a little
They
rehab. But the
do.
three of us here, we can steer this Karenism in the right direction.
In the
which is
right direction.
policing foot hygiene in
Hygiene.
airports.
For the children. Yes, for the children. A new generation. We have to get them. We have to get them early. I'm telling you.
Generation
Gotta train them up
of
right.
Karens and clean feet. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Symone, in our correspondence prior to your appearance here today with us, you listed that you had it with daylight savings. Go on.
I have.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Well, I live in LA. Okay. Full disclosure. You didn't know. And one part of the perk is the sunny sunshine.
Yep.
Okay. I like to see, I don't want it to be hot by any means. We can keep the cool. I like that during the day. It's fun. I want more daytime. I don't want to go out at 4:30 and see it's a great sunset. Not knocking it, but I don't want to see it till 7:49. Okay. I don't want to see it. But now you have it going off at 4:30. I don't understand. We have technology now. We don't need to get up with the roosters and the crows. Okay. We don't need that. For my friend Tace. Hey Tace, how you doing, girl? She was like, in London, the sun starts going down at 3. What is that?
Really?
We don't need that anymore. We don't need this as a society. We have alarm clocks. We have machines that can go out there and get your grain. Okay. Whatever you need to do as a farmer, we have it all. We have it. So we don't need it. And I thought as a nation, we decided to get over this. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think there was a vote on it and the nation said we're done. I'm tired of having I love the nighttime. I'm a night owl, but I don't need that much night. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that much night.
I'm going to offer an alternative reality here that's going to blow your fucking mind.
Okay. I'm here. Open ear.
Symone, I dig it. And let me tell you why.
Oh God, you're one of those.
I'm a morning person. I'm like a cock-a-doodle-doo, and I'm not talking about penises in the morning, okay? I am up. I am doing Wordle. I am fucking on. I fucking shine in the mornings. I shine. I am the brightest, shiniest, sharpest crayon in the box in the morning, okay?
So you are the color yellow.
Then I go on and I kick ass all day, right? And then when I get home and it's full summer, and the sun's up till forever, and I put my pajamas on at 6 p.m.
Okay.
I feel like the biggest fucking loser in America. But now with this time change, it's dark. It gets dark at 5. I get home from work or my pickleball match around 5:30 or 6. Do a little rinse off, put on my pajamas at 6, and I feel like the biggest fucking winner on the planet.
Wow.
I dig it. I'm into it. I get what you're saying. I wish that I went outside and watched the sunset at 7:49 p.m. I'm not that outdoorsy, Symone.
Right.
I'm really not that fucking outdoorsy. I'd rather see the sunset on my cell phone in my pajamas at 5:30 p.m. from my bed on somebody's Instagram post. That's what I'm going after here.
Not even the Oklahoma one. Somewhere far, far away.
Yeah, I want some exotic sunset. I mean, let's fucking go, and I'll see it on my phone. And you outdoorsy people, you and all these outdoorsy drag queens looking at sunsets at 7:49 p.m. in California can suck my left titty because I like to put my PJs on in the dark at 6 p.m.
Okay, you know what? You have not swayed me, but I get your point. I get your point. I see it. I think my issue with that is I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
So like, you would think I would want more night. You would think I'd be like, oh, great, this is great. But I like to start my day later. So when I start my day and then I have like 4 hours of sunshine, I'm like, I guess it does make me feel like the biggest loser of the world. So, but I'm like, I know I'm not. I'm a productive diva. I'm here talking to the girls, so obviously I'm doing something right. Like I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling. I don't like feeling like my day is done at 5. I just don't like that.
Symone, there is no greater evidence in the history of your career that you are a productive diva than your appearance On this
I
heaping
agree.
pile of dog shit podcast of ours, I've had it. Girl, this is peak Symone.
Right.
This
This
is
is
peak
peak.
Symone.
This
Winning
is-
RuPaul's Drag Race, nothing.
Nothing.
Pales in
Zero.
Nothing
comparison.
compared to this.
This
That,
shit's going to
small
break
potatoes.
the internet. Another item that you listed that I think we need to cover is
Yeah.
too many / too long text messages. Go off.
Okay. I am a get to the point girl. Okay.
Yep.
If you need to get to me, talk to me. It's great. I love stuff fun, but let's get to the point. I don't want 6 little bitty blue text messages. I'm gonna say blue because green, I don't even want to talk about that. But I'm gonna say blue text messages coming at me on the same subject when you could have put that in one big text. I could have read it, analyzed it, comprehended it like I did in reading class. We used to have those. I don't know if they do now, but reading class, it was comprehension. And I can comprehend it and then give you a response like a normal person. Okay. Don't send me 11 little tiny text, one sentence text messages. Okay. I don't have time for that. I need a folder. I need a paragraph. Let's go. Now, on the flip side, I don't need 3 novels. Okay. If your text messages requires me to hit that, or one big novel, it requires me to hit that little arrow at the bottom of your text message and it goes to that white screen and I'm looking at a page and it's encyclopedia, I'm probably not going to finish it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably send back to you 3 bullet points. Go. Hit it. What were you trying to tell me here?
Yeah.
Okay. I've had it. I don't want those. I don't need it. I have too many things going on. There's too my email is going off. Okay. I don't want to see novel long text messages. I don't.
I have a fix for you.
Yes.
All right. I have this whole thing, and it's called land the plane. If you're in a conversation with somebody and they're talking too much, you can just do your hand as a motion. Land the plane. If you're in a text message with somebody, there is an emoji that shows a plane landing. So what we need to do is globalize this phenomenon. And when somebody's yak-mouthing in person or on Zoom, you can just go like this. And in the text message, you just send the plane landing. Land the fucking plane.
Right.
Land the plane.
Love that.
Cliff notes. We don't need all this lollygagging. We don't need all this grandstanding. Nobody wants to read all this shit. We're already out of school. Quit grandstanding on a text message and just start sending the land the plane
Land the
emoji.
plane.
Yep.
Get it. I don't need to know your mastery of the English language.
Right.
Okay. I don't need to know. I just need to know what you're texting me for. Why is my light going off right now? Explain it to me quickly. You know what I'm saying?
What I hate is when somebody sends you a text message you haven't heard from a long time, and they're like, let's say I texted you and like, Symone, I want to borrow your yellow sweater. Instead, I'm like, how are you? How have you been? How are your parents? When was the last time you were in Arkansas? Hey, could I borrow the yellow sweater? I would just appreciate it more if somebody just texted and said, hey, can I borrow the yellow sweater? I'd be like,
absolutely.
Yeah, great.
I respect that.
This is a prime example. When it starts up, Pumps, when somebody texts you, hey, how you doing? How are the kids? You just respond with the plane landing emoji.
I know. That's what I'm
Just
just doing.
immediately.
We've got to really publicize the
Oh
landing.
my God. That is perfect.
Out. We just get it out. Just land the plane.
Land the plane.
Tell me what you need.
That is a great lesson. We've did 2 great things out of this podcast, girls. We only just need one more, and we are trifecta.
Symone, we are fucking chock full of great ideas. Let me just tell you something. This is like a fucking ATM machine of great ideas over here, and I've had it.
And they say Southerners ain't got no brain. See, hey,
and they
not
say,
today.
And they
Not
say
today.
middle-aged white women are finished. Well, enter Pumps and me.
Past their prime, my ass.
Okay.
never,
Symone,
never.
What the fuck's Symone, what the fuck's going on with condiments?
I'm not down. I will give you a list of what I do like. That's probably easier.
Okay.
I like ranch, ketchup, barbecue sauce.
Okay.
That's it. I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Specifically, mayonnaise. I made a post about this. I was in Canada, leaving in an airport, and I was hungry because I just did it. It was an earlier gig. So I woke up, I didn't eat. I don't like to eat when I'm in drag, so I didn't eat at the gig. I'm out of drag, ready to get on a plane. So I'm like, oh, they have like some little store here, surely. I walk around, I'm looking for something, a morsel. And I look down and there's a mayonnaise sandwich. In my life, it's feet, bare feet, mayonnaise. It's what 1 and 2. And I almost screamed out like a vocal scream out loud because I don't, what is that? Is that just mayonnaise on bread?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? And that's disgusting. I hate it. The ingredients it's made up of, I don't understand why you would want that. People overseas dip their fries in it like ketchup doesn't exist. I don't get that. Like it wasn't specifically, in my mind, it was specifically made for dipping of your fries. So I don't get it. I hate mayonnaise.
I have to correct the record on that. French fries, I believe, were invented in Belgium, not France, and they've always been dipped in mayonnaise.
Have they?
Yeah, and then we adopted the French fry and naturally started dipping it in ketchup, which I prefer the ketchup.
Which is an upgrade.
I don't
So once again, America got it good. Once again,
nailed it.
Nailed it, America.
Another victory lap for the Americans.
Yeah, another one. As far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean? Man on the moon, ketchup on fries. Caveat
to the years 2016 to 2020, disregard from our record.
Yes. Banish that from the record.
Banish that. Everyone's allowed a bad day.
That's right.
Let us have, we just had 4 years.
You know, Kylie, the holiday season can create even more waste than usual. And did you know that each year Americans throw away 25% more trash from Thanksgiving to New Year's?
I worry I might be a part of the problem.
What if I told you there was a way to get all of your holiday shopping done without the guilty feeling over the waste that typically comes with it? Let me tell you something, Kylie. I want to introduce you to my new best friend, Blueland. Blueland is on a mission to eliminate single-use plastic by reinventing cleaning essentials to be better for you and the planet. The idea is so simple. You grab one of their beautiful Forever bottles, fill it with warm water, drop in the tablet, and you get to cleaning. Refills start at $2.25, and you don't have to buy a new plastic bottle every time you run out. You can even set up a subscription or buy in bulk so you never run out of the products that you use most. From cleaning sprays to hand soap to toilet cleaner and laundry tablets, all Blueland products are made with ingredients you can feel good about. Listener, Blueland has a special offer just for you. Right now, get 15% off your first order by going to blueland.com/hadit. You won't want to miss this. Blueland.com/hadit for 15% off. That's blueland.com/hadit to get 15% off. Support for today's episode comes from Jenny Kane, which is actually perfect timing, Kylie, because honestly, with winter right around the corner, my wardrobe could definitely use a refresh. Thankfully, Jenny Kane is my favorite brand, and it is a California brand through and through, and their staples make getting dressed easier than it ever has been before. What I love so much about Jenny Kane is you just have to envision minimalist, effortless, but totally refined.
It sounds exactly like me.
Totally like you, Kylie. They have these luxurious cashmere sweaters and iconic accessories to elevate everyday basics. Especially, I love their it item this season, and it is the Flynn cashmere sweater. It's the perfect wear with anything V-neck, and the cashmere half zip is such a cool everyday staple. Listener, give yourself and your loved ones the best gift of all, Jenny Kane. Our listeners get 15% off your first order when you use our code HADIT at jennykane.com. That's 15% off your first order, JENNIKAYNE.com. And be sure to use the code HADIT. Let getting dressed be one less thing you have to worry about. We're going to play Had It or Hit It with you in a second, but we have to, on the fly right now, play a game of Would You Rather with you. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Save me from this.
Okay. Would you rather eat a mayonnaise sandwich with extra mayonnaise walking barefoot through the airport or fuck Mike Pence?
Oh, wow. Wow.
I did
this
you
is
dirty, Simone.
You did me dirty.
Oh, girl, I mean,
She's done it to me
dirty.
too.
Oh my God. I have to
Barefoot,
really
barefoot mayonnaise sandwich while walking through the airport,
walking
eating
through.
mayonnaise sandwich with
Ah.
extra mayonnaise, or your fucking Mike Pence. Which one?
Do I get to keep the Mike Pence thing a secret, or is that like something that like everyone's gonna know about? Like it's a public scandal. Because that's actually kind of fun.
I gotta go public with it.
You gotta go public with it. Oh my God, that is so demented. Okay.
I know.
She's demented.
You are demented.
I am.
Ah.
What are you
know
doing?
what? I think I'm gonna. This is so fucked up.
You're
I think
fucking Mike Pence, aren't you?
I think I'm fucking Mike Pence. Because let me tell you something. That is history making. That is history making.
Right.
That is all over the blogs mania.
Yes.
That is, I feel like I'm gonna get some hate, and that's fine. But he's gonna get more, and that's gonna do more for society, I feel like. So I'm gonna take one for the team.
I was gonna say you're selfless.
I think
I'm selfless.
I think it's an act of patriotism. That's what I
Absolutely.
think that would be. I think that would be one of a patriotic thing to take one for the team to say, look at these fucking hypocrites that marginalize and pick on drag queens and trans kids because they think they're tough guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't too. Well, he was. I was a tough guy last night. How about that? How about that? Yeah, we were real tough last night, sis. Yeah, I'm taking one for the team. I'm going to be a patriot.
I like it.
I like it. All right. America, don't say Symone never did anything for you.
That's exactly right.
Okay, Symone, now we are going to play Had It or Hit It.
Oh my God. Welcome to Had It or Hit It. I would hit it.
Had it.
Had it. I hit it every day, sometimes twice a day.
Had It or Hit It, TikTok.
It's a real big issue for me because I've made money off of it. So I hit it in that respect. But I just think it's one of the building blocks to the degradation of a young mind. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
true.
I think the attention span, I think the misinformation, I think how the algorithm works for people, specifically our country. I don't want to get too political or anything, but I just think it's a building block, not to just our society, but just as for the world. I do think it's a big contributing factor to a lot of bad things that are going on. So in that respect, I've had it, but it does make you some money. So I'll take that to wrap it all around.
Very fair. Okay, Symone, had it or hit it, tardiness.
Ooh, okay. Another two-parter. I can be tardy, but I am never more than 15 minutes late. If you're 30 to like, if you're after 30 minutes late, I've had it. It. Like I can give a little grace to drag queens. Drag queens, it's a lot going on. I give a little grace. 30 minutes or above, there's no excuse. I've had it. So I can give a grace period, but I've had it after a certain point. Because I mean, come on, like there's just nothing. There's no excuse at that point.
I'm going to advocate for drag queens here for just a second. We've had several on this show. Every single one has been on time.
Right. Very prompt.
Yep.
Thank you.
100% on time arrival for the drag queens on I've Had It. Okay.
Yep.
Had
Professional girl.
That's right. Okay. Last one. Had it or hit it, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Oh, fucking had it. Hey, let me tell you something. We need to get rid of the Huckabee. I remember in 6th grade, the father, Huckabee father, was, what is it called? A governor?
Yes.
The one they ruled the state? Yeah. A governor. And he made us do, girl, this is the ultimate hypocrisy. We had to do those fucking, like, you had to be outside for like a 30 minutes or an hour in school. You know, like you had recess, but you had like an active hour. If you want to know why the irony of that is, look it up. But just look up the name. But we had that. But listen, I cannot stand when people are ignorant, and it comes off. She to me comes off as ignorant, not necessarily not smart, because I have to give her, somewhat of intellect, but I don't like ignorance. And I feel like she's very ignorant. I think people, especially in Arkansas, don't know no better. So they think, oh, and they thought, oh, she's a woman, so we're really doing it. We're really sticking it to them, you know? Like, you know, I was like, you know, like we're putting in a woman that has all this vitriol and such. It just feels like her spirit is hateful.
Yes.
It
You
is.
know what I mean?
It is hateful.
It is
And
hateful.
I don't like that because, you know, I can disagree with someone. I can, you know, think your ideas are fucking dumb, but I don't hate people, you know, like I could say, you know, I don't truly hate people. And I feel like her spirit is hateful. And I don't like that for my state. I don't like that for people there who just want to exist and be free and who happen to love to live in Arkansas for all the perks that there are. Because there are perks, you know, there are some great things about living in Arkansas. But, you know, people like that make it so difficult and so just harder than it already is to live there. So like, you know, I fucking had it. I've had it. And I think we as a people, especially in the South, need a lot more like just education and more just love. We just need more love. And it's hard, it's sad, and it just makes me weary for the people, young people, and the people who are other, you know. It's just hard, and I hate it. So I fucking had it.
I've had it.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Had it with her
I've had it with her.
Had it.
I've had it with
mean.
her dad.
She's mean.
They're
Yeah.
They're
mean-spirited.
mean.
They
Yeah.
weaponized religion to claim moral superiority. They have no empathy for anybody that doesn't fit exactly into a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant
mold
box.
Right.
And it's just such, to me, when I see the way they think, I think, God, what an antiquated, hateful, old way to think. And let me just say this. If by all these religious Republican leaders in the South, from Oklahoma, Texas, and you go straight
across
east, if their idea that being religious and voting Republican was the best way, they have had super majorities in all of these states for decades. And these are the poorest, the most incarcerated, the highest
uneducated
crime rates, the lowest education, the most poverty.
Infancy mortality rate.
All
like the list goes on.
All the bad stuff. All of it is concentrated right there in all of these blue states that have a bigger population and pay more taxes, have to fund all the fuckery that goes on in these states. And I fucking had it.
I've had it. I fucking had it. And you know what really got me? We're actually talking about this yesterday. I'll never forget when before I moved to Arkansas, I went to Louisiana to meet up with some of my college friends. And I'll never forget driving through that state, being like, are y'all fucking kidding me? Like, do y'all not see this? It's so poverty stricken.
Yep.
And it's like, y'all have been voting the same way for God knows how long, since the fucking dawn of your state, probably. And nothing's changed. Like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? You know what I mean? It's just insane to me. And it's sad because we as people deserve to have a good life. You deserve to have a good life. And you're already just born in shit. And so they don't really do anything to get you out of that shit. They only just care about getting themselves and the people that look like them and the people that are in their tax bracket out of that shit. And they have no regard for you, whether you're white, black, whatever, poor, you know, you're all the same to them. You're all the same.
Right.
So I just don't get how you don't get that. But you know, hey, maybe what do I know? I'm just an award-winning drag queen. What do I know? What do I know?
We know that you're an award winner. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on our podcast. That's right. Symone, thank you so much for being on our podcast and for taking one for the team with Mike Pence.
Absolutely. Anytime, America, I got you. Imagine these nails.
Oh,
girl.
He'd be more excited than he's ever been in his whole life, don't you know?
Whole life. And don't let Symone come into the room, honey. He don't know what's going on.
Oh, he'd probably be scared.
He wouldn't know what to do, honey.
He would not.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This has been so fun.
So fun.
Oh my God. Anytime. And hey, Check out Avalon TV on Wow Presents Plus.
Check it out, listener. Avalon TV. That sounds so good.
Yes.
And Simone, keep winning. And
Keep
we'll have
winning.
you back
Thank you.
You're a
anytime.
winner. Keep it up.
That's my
keep it-
plan. That's my plan.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, my darlings.
See you
Mwah,
later.
mwah.
Mwah.
Bye. You have a good day.
You too. What a pleasant,
Ah, just wonderful.
award-winning guest.
I'll tell you, what do we always say about drag queens? What have we learned in the 1 year of I've Had It podcast that we didn't know just absolutely for a fact, always nail it about drag queens?
They're smart.
They're fucking smart. They're enjoyable to talk to. They've got their shit together. I absolutely love a drag queen. And Symone is 5 out of 5 stars.
That's right. 5 stars for Simone.
5 stars.
That's right. You know what, Pumps? This has just been so fun. We've had this podcast a little over a year now. We've met all of these amazing people. And when we do our live shows, listener, we have people that come see us in a meet and greet after the show. And there are so many young LGBTQIA plus people that come to us and hug us and thank us from the bottom of their hearts for supporting their communities. And we didn't intend to
Right.
invoke that sort of response. We just wanted to make a podcast where we aired our grievances. And one of the things we've had it with are these hypocritical Republicans that are mean to gay people. And we've spoken about it before the podcast. We continue to speak about it during the podcast. But when we see these kids at our shows and make a connection with them, it is so joyous and so fun. And
touching.
and I just don't want anybody listening to this podcast that's mean to gay people or drag queens. This is not your space.
Hit the bricks.
Fucking beat it. Fucking beat it, bozo.
Why are you still here?
You fucking psycho. Had it. All right, listener, go give us 5 stars. Go click the link in bio to come see us at the I've Had It Hot Shit Tour. Join us on Patreon. Pumps, tell them.
We will see you next Tuesday or Thursday or both.
I'll tell you what I've had it with.